Salam Malaysia Madani, this is Biz Malaysia and I'm Daryl Baptist. On today's episode, we step into the world of tourism and how the industry has always been one of the biggest contributors to Malaysia's economy. From the hotels and airlines to attractions and even the makcik selling keropok by the beach, millions of livelihoods are connected to tourism. But in today's world, global uncertainties, whether it's conflicts, energy crisis, or rising costs, all are continuing to test the industry. Yet, despite these challenges, Malaysia's tourism sector continues to show resilience, with Visit Malaysia 2026 well underway, playing a major role in driving growth, supporting local businesses, and strengthening the country's economy. So, how can Malaysia continue to stay competitive, attractive, and ready for the future in uncertain times? We'll be discussing that and more on today's edition of Biz Malaysia. Stay tuned.
Rakyat juga memainkan peranan yang penting. Inilah masa untuk kita ketepikan semua perbezaan pandangan dan pilih untuk bersepakat dalam usaha kita menghadapi krisis, iaitu memilih untuk bersahadana dalam amalan seharian kita. Kalau kita tak ada dalam bilik, tutup lampu, tutup kipas. Kalau kita tak menggunakan air, tutup paip air itu. Jangan membazir. Rancanglah perjalanan supaya kita tidak menggunakan minyak berlebihan. Pilihlah produk-produk tempatan daripada barangan import. Berbelanjalah pada barang-barangan yang diperlukan dan tak membazir. Hargai apa yang kita ada kerana sumber negara itu amat berharga.
Bagi Julie terangkan.
Kenapa tak beritahu, Mak?
Julie tak nak sambung belajar luar negara.
Habis, apa nak buat di sini?
Julie nak belajar buat batik. Mak!
Laut kita, khazanah yang tidak ternilai. Tapi ia sedang diancam. Aktiviti haram, pencemaran dan pencerobohan, semua ini menggugat sumber perikanan negara. Anda boleh menjadi ejen perubahan. Laporkan segera kepada Fishcom di talian yang tertera. Di Fishcom, setiap aduan anda direkod, disahkan dan dihantar terus kepada pasukan penguatkuasaan.
Fishcom Terima satu kali aduan berkenaan vessel nelayan didapati memasang bubu naga.
Tindakan segera diambil demi melindungi laut dan memastikan keterjaminan makanan buat negara kita. Fishcom, salurkan aduan anda hari ini kerana sumber laut kita, tanggungjawab kita semua.
Sunyi, seolah tiada apa yang berlaku di sini. Tapi setiap hari, bahaya menanti bukan kerana tren, tetapi kerana pilihan kita. Landasan ini bukan jalan pintas, bukan juga tempat bermain.
Hai, cepatlah pukul berapa dah ni?
Ia membawa ribuan nyawa bergerak sepantas yang tak dapat dihentikan. Namun masih ada yang sanggup ambil risiko hanya untuk beberapa minit. Dan setiap langkah di atas rel ini menipiskan jurang antara hidup dan mati. Keselamatan landasan bukan sekadar tentang tren. Ia tentang pilihan, dan satu pilihan yang silap boleh merubah segala-galanya.
Balik. Cantik. Sihat tak? Aku pula kau lah sihat ke tak? Ha?
Kenapa kedua-dua orang tidak menjawab pertanyaan masing-masing? Ketahui status kesihatan diri. Lakukan saringan kesihatan sebelum anda menjawab saya sihat.
Abang, jangan lupa asingkan sampah tu dulu tau.
Nak asing-asingkan sampah. Sampah sama aja, good.
Abang, lupa asingkan sampah tau.
Itulah, Abah. Tak asingkan sampah.
Patutlah kena asing.
Abah, asingkanlah semua ni. Tak asing lagi ni.
Masa untuk kita asingkan, bumi pun dah healing kan?
Lebih menjimatkan memasak dengan jerit penuh.
Welcome back to Biz Malaysia. Malaysia's tourism industry continues to face global challenges, from rising costs to economic uncertainty, but the sector remains resilient. In just a moment, we'll be speaking to Yang Berusaha, Mr. Muhammad Amirul Rizal bin Abdul Rahim, Malaysia's Director General of Tourism, on how our country can continue to grow its tourism industry and stay competitive in line with Visit Malaysia 2026. Don't go anywhere.
Truly Asia. It's a land with rich heritage for you to explore. Sandy beaches, friendly faces, surreal experiences everywhere. Malaysia yang unik, kaya dengan budaya, destinasi menarik. Mari sini semuanya.
Welcome back, folks. We've been discussing Malaysia's tourism industry and how it's been navigating today's changing global landscape. Joining me now to share more on the industry's outlook is Yang Berusaha, Mr. Muhammad Amirul Rizal bin Abdul Rahim, Director General of Tourism Malaysia. Mr. Amirul, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for RTM, Bis Malaysia, and you, Daryl.
Pleasure. Now, let's start by painting a picture of what's going on in the market at the moment. With the current conflict and global uncertainties, how is Malaysia's tourism industry being affected?
Yeah, since the first hit in 28 February, the first day, the first month, we don't feel, of course, we don't feel anything yet, except for the cancellation of flight from Middle East. And yes, January to March figure this year still show the increment of 5.4%.
Right.
We recorded this year 10.6 compared to the same period last year, 10.1, which is to show the number is encouraging, even though it's below our targeted numbers for this year Visit Malaysia year. But there are some area of affected region, such as Middle East, South Asia, and also coming from Africa, also show the decrease in terms of tourist arrival. So, but others region show positive growth, even though double-digit growth for January to March figures. When you talk about the total affected, we might see this May or this coming June, especially when the rising cost of the oil prices and others. So that's the thing that I think now some of the tourism industry, actually most of the tourism industry player, they already feel the heat of these geopolitical tensions. So then they are start to move. They have their own strategy to make sure that they still can do business as usual. Yeah.
I mean, speaking about these tourism players, many of them are dealing with higher fuel costs, transport, and also operation costs are going up. How big of a challenge is this, and what sort of support is being given to help the industry cope?
They are the real player of the tourism industry. They are the main factor. They are the main factor that why we do this Visit Malaysia year 2026. And as I mentioned earlier, tourism, whenever its crisis happen, is the first to hit and the last to recover. Then that's why the tourism Malaysia as the marketing arm of the government for tourism. We always help them in terms of create demand for them. Create demand means we want to bring a lot of numbers coming. When the tourists come, of course, the tourism industry, such as the travel agent, hoteliers, airlines, even though you mentioned just now about all the makcik jual keropok, just now, it's a chain reaction. So means that we have to create more demand. At the same time, we continue to do engagement with them because we know they are suffer out there because of the diesel issues and others.
Right.
So that's why when we create more demand, the supply will automatically come back in the market force, something like that. So that's why we are always do a lot of engagement with them. Not only one time, continue to do engagement, to continue to do joint promotion with them, to continue to do to support whatever incentive that we can give to them in terms of promotion, because we Tourism Malaysia are more focused on the promotion towards the tourism in the country. Yeah.
You're right. Now, with these global uncertainties going on, with the conflict in West Asia, for example, I mean, that area now has become a bit of a red zone. Nobody's really flying there.
Yeah.
I mean, not to speak about other people's unfortunities, but or unfortunate circumstances, but does that sort of give Malaysia an opportunity to strengthen its tourism sector in any way?
Because what happened in Middle East, we already want to take opportunity to continue to do more in our ASEAN market, especially. ASEAN market, I can expand it further to Asia Pacific, for example, from the Japan up to Australia. This area least affected, but it's still affected when it comes to diesel issues. Okay, but when we talk about that, why our strategies now, we offset our promotions going back to this ASEAN country, China especially, ASEAN, China, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, and also Australia, for example. Of course, ASEAN market, we very focused on the ASEAN market due to the nearby country, a weekend traveler, and then because of the connectivity, not only by air, by ferry, and also by land. So it's easier for us to move because when the crisis happen like this, first, Visit Malaysia here, our first target is want to have high yield tourists. When the crisis happen, we have to go to the basics to get the numbers again.
Right.
So, and to get the numbers, ASEAN is our main market. 72% is coming from the ASEAN market. Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Brunei, Vietnam. So we go back to the basic to make sure, like I mentioned earlier, the demand that our tourist industry need.
As long as tourism, the demand stays there.
The demand stays there, you know. Then we're talking about the second tier of, we are talking about the second thing is high yield tourists. And then for Thailand, for example, when we go to the Thailand, do promotion nowadays, we take the opportunity to go to the second tier city that we never go before. Normally we just focus in Bangkok and southern Thai, for example. Now we start moving to the second tier and third tier city, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, the city. Even though we don't have connectivity, we just create demand there. Same goes to the Vietnam, same goes to the Indonesia.
Right.
We start,
Just in case some of our viewers don't understand what tier cities are, could you just give us a brief explanation?
For example, I take easy, bigger country like China. Okay. Normally first tier city like Shanghai, Guangzhou, Beijing. Okay. Of course, Shenzhen coming to the Xiamen also coming to the first tier city now. The second tier city coming like Xi'an, for example. Xi'an, for me like the second layer of city that they have direct connectivity to the country, to our country. They have big numbers. They have 30 over million population. In one city. Xi'an, I mentioned Xi'an, Chengdu, that's second tier. And then go to the third tier city, you know, like Hubei, and then fourth tier city like Urumqi. You know, it's based on the population.
I see.
The level is based on the populations. So same goes to other country. So for example, we not only go to Indonesia, not only go to Jakarta and Medan. We expand to Yogyakarta, Padang in Sumatra, Makassar. You know, so that's how we use the opportunity, so-called opportunity of this global crisis, so that we can expand more and create demand in this second tier and third tier city.
I was going to say, I guess that's a good way to create that demand, right? To make sure that the demand is still there. Speaking about demand, though, how are we continuing to make Malaysia an attractive destination for tourists, especially if it's in ASEAN?
Okay. ASEAN, yes, they know Malaysia. And ASEAN, I can say number one, repeat travelers.
Really?
Okay, we take care of our friendly neighbors.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, for example, Singaporean, at least Singaporean once, 5 times a year, they will come to Malaysia for holiday.
Wow.
Because it's a weekend getaway. That's why Tourism Malaysia job and also the state government responsibility to create a new destination for them, for us to become relevant in the market. Same goes to the Thais and others, because the Thais, when they come to Kuala Lumpur, what's next for them? We cannot do Kuala Lumpur, Genting, Kuala Lumpur, PD all the time.
It's a bit repetitive.
It's a bit repetitive. So, yes, we can do for the first timer. It's okay. But for the repeat visitors, we start to introduce Penang, even though Sabah, Sarawak, our East Coast, our beautiful East Coast. Whether they come or not is number 2. What we must do first, we create the product here, we create the demand outside to promote our product. You mentioned just now about makcik jual keropok lekor at the beach. It's happened in Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang area.
Really?
Yeah, it's happened because they do sell the keropok at the beach. Why? Because of the tourist attraction. If you promote all the beach, we have a long stretch of beach at the East Coast. So that's how we show to the people, to the repeat visitors, this is the new product. And beside that also, beside the destination, the existing product with the new experience. be the immersive journey for them to experience the new style of tourism in Malaysia. So that's why what we always immerse ourselves to make sure that we still relevant in the tourism industry, especially to compete with our friendly neighbours.
Right, our siblings, as they're
Yes,
called.
our siblings, yes.
Now, we've been talking a lot about the ASEAN market. What about our domestic market, our local players or our local tourists?
Yeah, domestic is always, I always treat domestic as our main contributor for our tourism industry. Why? Number one, whenever crisis is happen, domestic travellers is always help us. Of course, they also cannot go overseas because of the high airfares, because of the diesel price and others. But at the same time, they also help to make sure the economy moving within the country.
Right.
That's why every year we start introducing to the domestic traveller first whenever we have a new product, a new destination.
Right.
For example, a new package in the homestay. You know, we ask the domestic market to try first. We invited the influencer or key opinion leaders who can influence domestic to travel.
Right.
Especially Malaysian love celebrities, of course.
We do, yeah. Now, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be discussing more about this question as well.
Excited, sorry.
No worries. All right, guys, we'll be back shortly after this. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be coming right back. Welcome back, folks. We're here today talking about Malaysia's tourism industry, and joining me is Yang Berusaha, Mr. Muhammad Amirul Rizal bin Abdul Rahim, Director General of Tourism Malaysia. Right, Encik Amirul, we were talking about our local domestic tourists.
Yeah.
How important are they to, especially during our Visit Malaysia 2026 campaign, how important are they, or how big of contributors are they to that campaign?
Last year alone, they contributed 290 million trips, tourists.
Well done. Well done, Malaysians.
So, because Malaysians, you know, Malaysian is always travel, you know. Even though KL Gateway, for example, people just live, even though nearby, for example, myself, you know, I stay in Putrajaya.
Okay.
I do KL staycations for 3 days, 2 nights.
We do the opposite. We want to escape KL.
You know, we just want to be in KL, no need to drive in KL, just walk around MRT and others, stay in the hotels, you know. That's the simple way of domestic movement that we can see. I mentioned earlier, domestic travellers is always the safer for us. It's always the main contributor, 290 million of expenditure. And once a month, at least Malaysian travel. Whether they go for business, whether they go balik kampung, whether they go for holiday, the real holiday. All this is calculated as a tourist, as a tourist. Because along the way, they will spend in R&R, they will spend money there, they will spend money there. Even though the hotel also have a special packages for the domestic travellers. I think most of Malaysians know the price for Malaysian and international is totally different.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. When we're talking about for Visit Malaysia here, especially for domestic travellers, that's why the theme of Cuti-Cuti Malaysia, we still maintain it. We never, even though it's Visit Malaysia, the Cuti-Cuti Malaysia is still there inside our marketing plan for domestic market. Because domestic market, like I mentioned earlier, is always safe for us whenever happen in a crisis. Whenever domestic market, we're safe. Even though most of our hotel, the portions of the hotel still domestic. 60% is domestic market. 40% is a tourist.
Yeah.
So it depends which day, for example. Of course, during the weekdays, the tourists coming from overseas, they fill up the hotel with all this. So that's why I mentioned earlier, the tourists from domestic travellers is always our main priority for the Visit Malaysia 2026.
Okay. Now, besides our domestic players, in this day and age, in the digital era, a person's holiday plans are very much greatly influenced by what they see on their telephones, on social media. How is Tourism Malaysia utilizing these platforms to make Malaysia's destinations more attractive to both local and also foreign tourists?
When we're talking about social media, I can include them under digital content nowadays. It's under our national tourism policy when we created in 2015 until 2030. So when we do have that, social media is one of the tools to promote tourism in Malaysia. Yes, influencer, KOL play the important roles, but also the content creator. I more love to say about the content creator, especially the tourism content creator. They know how to attract. They know how to attract their readers, to engage with them in the social media and other. So that's the thing that I think social media play the important role in nowadays. Whether it's coming from the promoter itself, coming from the government, coming from the tourist attraction, coming from the hotel, but USG, the user-generated content, is coming from the tourists already come in Malaysia, and then they're surprised how beautiful is Malaysia, how modern is Malaysia, how friendly is the Malaysians. So they will post and tag us, tag Malaysia to Asia, then we repost that. That's why the USG play the important role. So nowadays, if you watch TikTok, a lot of other tourists, they praise Malaysia. Even some tourists do, please don't come to Malaysia, because they don't want a lot of tourists coming and affected our country. Right. So they still mention, Malaysia still live in the jungle, live in the tree, because they just try to make a false comment. Actually just try to make sure that nobody come, let them only come, something like that. But in the real situation, there are some tourists who come to Malaysia because some of the tourists can stay here up to 80 days, for example, the visa. So 90 days. So they stay, they explore Malaysia. Like we also as tourism don't expect them to take a bike, cycle at the kampung, at the village. So of course we have that package, tourism package and others, but they do it themselves. They just cycling, stop at this again. Makcik jual banana fritters, goreng pisang. Right. So they interview the makcik, how they do this. That is very kind. The social media, then it will impact the impact that social media has.
No, I like it. I think it's while it is a sort of a false flag, you would say, but there's a certain sense of national pride to it. And as they say, no press is bad press, right? It's good promotions nonetheless. Encik Amrul, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Daryl.
Sharing your insights with us. Yeah, that was great. Well, that's all the time we have for you today, folks. We'll see you again next time. A big thank you to Encik Amrul for sharing his insights. For Biz Malaysia, I'm Daryl Baptist. Salam Malaysia Vidani, and thanks for stopping by.